Welcome back to Curator's.
What's up? What's up?
What's up, Ty? What's up, Mr. Conrad?
What's going on? Know what I'm saying? We here, you know, relaxing.
How you feeling today?
I'm feeling great.
You feeling great?
Mm-hmm.
I'm feeling hot. I think it's the first day of spring, right?
Yeah.
No, it was yesterday. It was the first day of spring.
I had an argument about the first day of spring, but anyway, it's the first day of spring. I'm really, really warm, but I tried to wear spring colors. I hope you guys appreciated that.
That's spring colors? Grand spring colors? Like pink and like.
I got a whole Easter sweat on.
Hey,
I'm here for it.
Stuck? You in a mid-season color.
I mean, I guess I don't know what season is what. I wear the same colors all year round. Red with black, blue, with the same regular shit.
Shout out to Mr. Durag. The blue you're wearing is
Oh, I appreciate it.
Mr. Durag blue.
Yeah, I'm running low now. I gotta get a new re-up. I sold like 12 do-rags yesterday. I get a re-up.
Did you get my bedazzled?
I'm working on that right now. I don't know if you want a do-rag, right?
Yes.
I got you. I gotta get the person to bedazzle because I ain't good with my hands like that. You have glue all over the do-rag. Like, what the fuck is this stuff on here?
But, Mr. Commodore, so I'm just going to ask you a couple of things, and I feel like the people want to know. And I always been dying to know. I probably just never asked you.
I feel like behind bars right now.
Right, right. It's a little different. But what was like your biggest comedic influence?
I want to say coming up, Martin Lawrence.
Right.
Definitely. One of one influences. Watching him on stage, watching him in movies, just watching him. Yeah, very versatile.
Yeah. Did you ever like make up little like skits and shows when you was a kid? Because I did for sure.
No, what I did was I probably watched TV different from everybody. I watched and put myself like in the roles. Like I
Oh,
fit
wow.
right here, like that's how I still watch
Like
TV.
you was it really?
I put my every show I watch, I feel like I belong in it.
Wow. I think
That's
that's
funny.
genius.
That's crazy.
That's funny.
That's visualization.
Yeah.
So I'm curious to know who and what inspired Fresh Out, and I'm not going back.
That's inspired by a lot of dudes from neighborhoods. You know what I'm saying? Growing up, my neighborhoods I grew up in.
Yeah.
Just being in the hood, like dudes that go to jail for like a couple of days and think they running shit. You know what I'm saying? So about they was holding the phones. And it's just a couple of stories. It's like a whole bunch of people in one.
Yeah, but
Experience.
Fresh Out is one of one. He is
Every block got
he's
him. I'm telling you.
different.
Yeah,
Like,
every block got him. I'm telling you.
his
That's
body
a fact.
different.
Yeah,
Fresh Out body is different. He run down on everybody.
yeah.
Well, as far as Fresh Out is concerned, I thought that it's really great to see you do like versatile roles, but I think that Fresh Out is probably one of my most favorite.
Yeah, same. Yeah.
Yeah, I like him for real.
Yeah, I like him.
Yeah,
I
Fresh
like,
Out funny
I like
as hell.
him. I like him because he's unapologetic. He doesn't feel like. I mean, there's nothing. He has nothing holding him back between him and what he wants.
He's hilarious.
But why is he so out of this world? What gives him the audacity?
He don't want to grow up.
Ooh,
He's like
That's like psychology.
He's a grown man in a child's body, a child's mind. You know, he doesn't feel like the future has nothing to hold for him, so he'd rather stay. You know what I'm saying? Institutionalized.
I saw a recent video of some hotel scene where he was making love to a towel. Was that what it was?
You saw that?
I saw that. And I
Not the
was,
Fifi.
In a hotel. Oh yeah, he made a Fifi.
What's a
it was a different type of
Fifi and Susie,
experience.
It's a different whole bunch
Oh,
of
I
different
know what
names.
Susie is.
Yes.
And
Fifi.
so-
You take a
Talk about it.
you know the bounty paper. You take the bounty paper, right?
Okay.
Right, and then you take a towel, wrap it up. Then you get a nice little glove. You know them
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
gloves you wash dishes with. You know
Okay.
those gloves. Put it in there. You know what I'm saying? Get a rubber band so it stays tight. Roll that towel up.
Susie has evolved.
And then you can warm it up, put a little lotion. You can put it in the microwave, whatever how you do it.
A microwave.
And then you put it between the bed, right? Between the bed and the what's that called? The box spring
Yeah.
mattress.
Yeah.
And you go in.
All right, so
Cash
honestly,
your check.
the
Enjoy
first
yourself.
time I
Gotta
ever
cash
heard of
check.
Susie, I know y'all gonna think like, what are you talking about? But If anybody else heard this, please drop a comment under this video. There was a Sub-Zero video back in the day when I used to watch like Smack DVD and Sub-Zero. And there was a guy, I cannot remember what his name was. He was probably one of the headliners. And he talked about Susie, the man named... I remember Susie,
Oh, Lord.
I missed you. You held me down.
Word, I remember that. I remember that.
I don't know why it's in my head so vividly.
Was that a Saigon bar?
It's not Saigon, though. It's not Saigon. It's not Saigon.
He was spitting?
He was spitting
You're
fire.
not talking about the dude Punch, right?
I feel like
Dude,
you might have had
Shay Davis?
It wasn't Shay.
Yeah, it don't sound like some
It
shit would
wasn't
say.
Shay. It wasn't Shay. It wasn't
I seen
Saigon.
Bruce Lee, too. Shout out
It
to
wasn't
Shay.
like Murder. Yeah, it wasn't any of those people.
Okay.
But I remember that those like 3 bars very vividly. So I do. Shout out to Susie.
So I've never heard of a Susie. No, listen,
Right,
I didn't know that a Susie was even something. I thought that there was like blow up dolls. So I guess Susie came before the blow up doll.
Yeah.
Susie came
Susie is like a
long
free
time ago.
blow up doll.
Okay.
Like that's a man
So
made
mother
blow
cried
up doll,
tears.
right?
She was invented on the island.
Okay, so the island, the real island.
Rikers.
74. I'm just making this shit up as I go.
Not of Aruba.
Rikers.
Not of Puerto Rico. Not of the Grand Bahamas.
I was talking about Rikers. So, all right. So, what's in the future for Fresh Out? What can we expect from Fresh Out? If people are following his storyline.
Right now we're about to launch the merch. I'm excited about.
Oh, yeah.
We finally got the merch. Everything is done. We did the photo shoot last week. It's fire. I
Okay.
can't wait to drop that. And
Okay.
right now we writing the script. Writing the scripts right now. We're about to get the movie going.
Okay.
Solely
Fresh Out
based
is
on
gonna
his,
have
like,
its
it's
own-
solely based on Fresh Out's life.
Yeah, you remember y'all remember Ernest? Ernest goes to camp. Ernest goes
Oh,
to jail.
absolutely.
Yes,
Yeah,
yes.
I'm doing
Nice.
That's
Fresh
hard.
Out goes.
going-
We know we starting with Fresh Out goes
You
to jail
better
because we
not-
have to give the beginning of
That's
his
hard.
story.
That's
Don't
important.
Send him to a daycare. Don't
Fresh Out is
don't
going
send-
everywhere.
Oh gosh.
Yeah.
Fresh Out goes to Africa. It's lit. You can keep
Yeah, I
going.
like that. I like that idea.
No, I
That
love
sounds
that
tough.
idea, but I can't. Man, fuck them kids. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I'm like Fresh Out.
You put
Daddy
them on fort.
daycare.
Fresh Out becomes
Kids
the
gonna be
sub.
bored. Fuck your
Everything.
Fort.
That's funny.
Yeah.
That's hilarious. But go ahead.
No, Whitney and I were talking just a couple days ago how we really appreciate how you are a man to your woman, how you support your woman, and how you work. And you work together. You support her, she supports you. We really enjoy watching that union and just what you're doing in terms of what you're doing by yourself, and then what she's doing on her own. What's that dynamic like?
It's not easy. It's definitely
But it's
not
very
easy.
supportive role you play in
but
her life.
That's basically how we met. So we met, you know what I'm saying, when I was writing and starring in a show called 124, like 2015. It was a big web series, and she auditioned. So we met at the audition. So that was something I thought that was her dream. Like she was leaping, you know what I'm saying? She was taking that leap of faith, and she was like, I want to try being an actress, and that's when we met. And from there, I just felt like this is what she wanted to do. So I just push her, you know what I'm saying? Sometimes I push her too hard because I feel like, everybody got to be like me, but that's not easy. But it is what it is, you know what I mean? It's not easy working with women, is what I'm saying. It's not easy.
But you work as a team.
We work as a team, for sure.
That's
yeah.
huge.
Well, you guys definitely make it look easy.
Yeah,
But I guess
yeah.
the question that I have when I when I look at the dynamic, because I've met Mr. Emmanuel as well.
Right.
I feel like, how is this different from previous relationships? Because you guys both have the same exact passion.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So do you feel more aligned in this relationship?
She definitely brung it out of me. She supports me fully, like 100, 200%. Like she supports me. So past relationships, the one I got out of before her was like 3 years before I met her. There was no support. The chick basically told me I'm trying to be a comedian.
Support your man, lady.
I said, what? She told me I was trying to be a comedian. Like, you trying to be funny for bitches? I was like,
What?
no, I think I've been good at that department already. Like, I've been getting, if you want to call it bitches or pussy, I was like, this is something I really want to do.
Sound like an
That sounds like-
insecurity
that
with
sounds
you.
like
it was crazy. It was
She
crazy.
was deflecting real good. She sounded like a ninja. She was
Who
protecting
hurt you,
all her
baby?
insecurities on you.
it was
That sounds like a
definitely
skit.
dark crowd. It was a
That's
dark
not-
cloud over my head. Like,
Yeah.
it was crazy. Like,
Been there, done that.
that
Moved
shit
on.
was-
Yeah.
I just grew from that. You know what I'm saying? I had the space to grow, and when we met, everything just was like she was there. Like she knew what she was walking into already, and it was like
It's tough.
And so for anybody, or really the younger crowd, the younger generation, even though, I mean, sometimes everybody doesn't hit the pinnacle where they're supposed to be, you know, at that age that
Sure.
we all feel pressure to be. So
Sure.
it's not even about the young generation. For anyone out there that's trying to attain or grab onto something or just execute their dream, what advice would you give to them?
Be consistent, be creative, and definitely stay praised up. Like, it was a time like I wasn't really in tune with God at all. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like,
Church.
that's really a factor. You know what I'm saying? Like, definitely gotta count your blessings. Like, for real.
What would you say is the highlight of your career so far? Like your biggest moment for you? Maybe the audience doesn't see that, but when you walked away from that moment or that recording, you were like, that felt better than ever.
There's so many. I like how all the OGs is just basically giving my flowers now. You know what I'm saying? 50, Nas.
Okay.
You know, they all, you know,
Okay.
right now,
Yeah.
watching me. These are people we watched growing up. Like,
Word.
hey, I want to work with them. I want to, you know what I'm saying?
Word.
Me, like, listen to 50's first album. Like, oh, we going to work one day.
Speaking of 50,
Yeah.
were you on for life?
Yeah.
So what was that role and how was that experience?
Shout out
was
to that
dope.
show, though,
was,
because I just watched it and I
I
did
really,
see
yeah,
you.
shout out to
Yeah.
For
I wanna
Life.
hear what your experience.
It was fire. Like, behind the scenes, you know what I'm saying? Like, being on the camera and getting my little talking, speaking roles. But besides that, how it all went down, you know what I'm saying? Because 50 was reaching out to me, like for the last 2 years. He was hitting me up. Yayo was hitting me up, like, yo, 50 don't fuck with nobody. He keep talking about you in this office, so just be prepared. I'm in Atlanta and I got a voicemail from Yayo. I'm like, why Yayo text me or something. So the voicemail was like, oh shit, I guess they're in Atlanta and know I'm out here, we gonna link. But it was basically a call like, yo, be prepared, 50 about to hit you up. And a couple of days later, 50 called me like, yo, what's up? Come to Tycoon Weekend. I went to Tycoon Weekend. I met up with him at Pier 115. And he was like, yo, I got some shit for you off the gram. You know what I'm saying? ABC for life. We about to take over TV. I was like, all right. But, you know, because I hear this show all the time. So
That's a fact, yeah.
I told him, I said, yo, people be saying this show. He's like, nah. He's like, I understand. I was like, people could just tell you, like, keep up the good work. We appreciate you. And that's it. He's like, yeah, but when I get my foot in the door, I leave 1 foot out. So he kept
That's
his
dope.
word.
That's a dope
He kept his
saying.
word. And the next thing, you know, I'm trying out jail outfits and all that. You know what I'm saying? He's like, you good? Everything, you know, stayed in touch. And next thing you know, we're on a set. We're on a set. My trailer. They keep knocking producers, makeup, do all this shit. And then there's another knock. And it's 50. Fuck you doing this little ass shit? Like, come to my shit. And we went to his big ass trailer, got a bathroom bed.
He had a
I said,
mansion
oh, niggas,
trailer.
you living up here, love
Right.
me. So we just chopped it up, and he took me around the whole set. He used to be directors, producers. He had to do all that. He took me around the jail. We really shot in Sing Sing, so
Yeah.
we went and seen the warden, seen the real inmates. Shot a skit. Y'all seen the skit we did. Just bugging out, you know what I'm saying? From there, he just kept it, you know what I mean, real official.
What's your process on your skits though? Like how you build your skits? Like do you just freestyle it when you're doing it, or do you like maybe write something down beforehand?
I write it.
Okay.
Yeah, I like to write. Just, you know what I'm saying, a little bit, and then improv from there.
Yeah.
Get a concept, and then go from there.
You seem to have a bit of a directorial sort of ability because you work with different talent. So that means you're able to assist them in terms of bringing the best, helping them bring their best
Yeah.
to the skit. That's cool.
Mm-hmm.
It's not all about you. That's
No,
it.
I'm writing something right now. I don't even think I want to be in. It's like I
That's
want to
dope.
direct. Like, I want to have that hat, like
Yeah.
just to see my name saying it. This is you behind that, because that's important to me. Like I know how to write for people. I know how to put a movie together and look at characters and like they can play that and just play the background and just watch it happen. Because sometimes the visual is stronger than actually being involved. Like my visual, I sometimes see things and be like, I don't want to be a part of that. I just wanted to go like this, and I just want to be there. Like,
You just want to be a part of the ambiance, but not necessarily be in the experience.
Yeah.
I get it.
yeah.
I get it.
No, that's cool. You have a vision. I think for anyone who is watching this, perhaps you have 10 views, 15 views. That sounds awful, right? So I guess that's not the semantics we want to use.
It doesn't
That
sound
sounds like a
awful.
beginning.
It just sounds
It sounds like a
very
beginning.
different from
Sounds like 15
15,000.
people.
It sounds like
Yeah.
15 people
That's-
are
Gotta
watching.
start
us.
somewhere. Yeah.
Somebody's
15
watching.
people is actually quality.
What-
Yeah, somebody's watching.
Okay, so what did it feel like? What does it feel like to have gone from 15 viewers. At one point, you had 15 viewers. You didn't start with 600,000, a million, 2 million, 3 million. What did it feel like then compared to what it feels like now?
I feel like a job. You start with minimum wage, right? Get a job, you start with minimum wage, right?
Right.
You know you're working. If you like this job, it's a career, you're working on getting a better salary. You know you're going to be ahead of the business, or you're going to own something, or you're going to eventually get a, you know what I'm saying, a bigger check. So that's how I started. I mean, I knew like it would come. I didn't have the subscribers. I didn't have the followers.
Right.
It would just keep working. Be consistent. That's why I say be consistent with what you do. Like don't let anything like ain't nobody comments and they don't like it. Like, you know what I mean? That's not it.
So what?
That's not it. So what? Yeah. Like, and what really held me back at the beginning too was my people's opinion. I had a problem with that. That slowed me down because I used to be scared to put out
But you
certain
don't look
material.
held back now.
Yeah, because I let go.
Really?
I stopped caring what people thought.
So that's a gem right there. Don't care.
I'm gonna
Yeah,
do what I
that's
need
it.
to
That's
do.
a gem.
I
That's
said,
it.
I just put it all out there. I mean, at the beginning,
Block the haters out.
I was wearing
That's
wigs
it.
and shit. Like I had to wear wigs. I had to play the female. I couldn't even get a chick to come do my videos with
That's
me.
a fact.
At the beginning, remember I was wearing the little
Yeah.
wigs, the little stupid little buns and little
Yep.
little just to play the
I
female.
mean, you were
Was it fun when you did it though?
Yeah,
It was a good time,
It
right?
was fun. I was because it was just me, like this nigga talking to
I ain't
himself.
gonna lie. I be laughing when you be like, no, Kia! That shit be funny as hell. That shit remind me of somebody I know too.
Mhm.
No, it sounds like you're living your purpose,
Yeah, definitely is.
but without worrying about the scoreboard.
Mhm.
It sounds like you just sailed
That's
right
the
into
dream,
stardom based on purpose and based on what
yeah.
you really want for yourself.
Well, I just started like 2019, because I remember I was working a 9 to 5, a real job, and you know what I'm saying. I was comfortable. And when I had that job, I was like, nah, fuck that. $750 a week, I need that. That's why I was comfortable. I was taking that $750 versus people booking me, telling me to come out to shows, and I'd be like, yo, I don't want sick days. They're like, nigga, you got a job? The fuck is you doing with a job, nigga? Hanging up like, yo, you can't put the show this Thursday and Friday. You ain't got nothing for my days off, so you know people would keep telling me like, yo, you don't need to be working. And I wouldn't listen. I'm like, fuck out of here, nigga. This is what pays the rent. The $750 a week.
Absolutely.
And I was turning down like 3,500, turning down racks, like, because I was like, if I lose this job, what next?
It was the consistency.
So
that
then
was
you
worried
took
about.
a leap of faith.
Yeah, no, I didn't. I did after I got fired. I got
After
fired.
you got fired.
I got fired.
So
I got
that
fired, and then it was like
That
this
was God.
is go time.
yeah,
That was
That's it.
God.
Phone
That
just
was the
ringing. I was
name.
answering.
Force.
That
Can we
was
get a little
definitely God.
something on the?
Hold
Can we
on,
get
what?
like a
Well, that was
church?
God again.
A hallelujah or
Oh,
something?
we got
because
this.
that was
That was God.
that was God.
That was one of the best days of my life.
When you
Yeah,
got fired.
yeah.
I remember
yeah.
getting fired from the
Yeah.
job. Not that I got, was on the set with 50 or anything like that, but I was so happy to get fired from this job. Y'all don't even know. I'm not a quitter.
Yeah.
Ever.
And I worked at, I can even say it, I worked at Home Depot. And I didn't even want to work there. Like, I really was like, I'm just going to work part-time. I just want to work 4 hours a day. And I went, they were like, you're overqualified. We want you to work full-time. So I get sucked into it. And every day, I'm talking about bomb threats. I'm talking about, you ever seen Mrs. Doubtfire?
Yeah.
You know in the beginning where he be prank calling? I used to prank call my own boss like that. Like, I hated prank. I called him, I swear, I called him one day and was like, I am job. For like 20 minutes I had him on the phone because I did not
She was
want to
pulling
go
the
to work.
Eminem in the wash.
I did not want to go to work. And I remember when they fired me, it was June. It was a nice hot summer day. I was scheduled to work from 8 to 5 and I got there about 10:15. And it was like 3 something. They said, hey, we want to talk to you. And there was a manager and the head manager and they brought me in the room and they were like, we're going to do this. And I was like this.
Ready for it.
Like,
What's next?
Happy
yeah,
new
so
mama.
where should I sign? And they were all looking at me like, what is wrong? Like, do you understand what's going on? Yes, I understand. Thank you, Jesus. And I don't even understand why y'all let me work more than 12 months.
Good night.
Damn.
Good night.
Yeah, mine's a little different.
So,
I was just sitting there like, this is happening? Because I'm confused, like I'm getting fired for taking too many days off, but in my mind it's like, don't flip the table, you know what I'm saying? Like, but it's like, it's over, finally, it's time to live, you know what I'm saying? Like,
absolutely.
because at that time, it's crazy, when you have a job, you live in check to check,
Absolutely.
that's what you really have, and you live in check to check, but like, as I was getting fired, my bank account was growing, my credit, everything was like happening, I was like, oh yeah, it's time to go, like, I'm just really just sitting there, just taking their money. I'm stealing money and shit. Like,
It was better.
It was way better.
Do you believe in what they say of the power of like manifestation, manifesting your destiny? You believe this is destiny, no?
Mm-hmm.
You believe this is exactly what you foresaw.
Yeah.
So what would be a practice for you? Do you meditate? Do you say every day, like I wake up my mother told me, wake up every day and say to you, every day, and I don't do it every day.
Yeah.
But she says, wake up every day and say to yourself, something great is going to happen to me today. I'm expecting a miracle. And I think that's powerful. So what do you do that has... Yeah, you did. You
but
mentioned that.
It's in my prayers. So, basically, I'm always asking, not for blessing, because I hate asking. I remember one time I was told I was praying wrong. Like you can't always ask. Or you know what I'm saying? You got to just say, this is what I'm going for, and lead me, help me.
Yes, exactly.
So,
lead
you know what I mean? Because I'm putting the work in.
Absolutely.
Make sure.
So God is a creator. We're co-creators.
Yeah. You don't never ask Lord, I'm messed up.
So pretty much, don't be expected to be under the bed on your iPhone that you're connected to Wi-Fi. You don't have any real service. You don't have a job. Don't pray to God to get you out that situation because He's not going to get you out. You need to do some things, right?
God is waiting on you to help yourself.
That's like the story with the man in the river, and he was like, "Yeah, I need help," and he was like, it was like a boat that went by. He's like, "Nah, I need God. God gonna help me." And then like another thing went by, and then at the end he was like, "God, why you ain't help me?" He said, "Bro, I sent you a boat. I sent you all this. You ain't pay attention."
You gotta
pay attention to your blessing.
Absolutely.
You could ask for, to get yourself out of the situation, or you could be lost, and the next thing you know, you gotta,
you gotta put the work
into
into yourself.
Everybody praying for their stimmy to come. Everybody praying for their stimmy to come. Where is it, God?
The line was around the corner at El Porto last night.
The line was around the corner in Gucci, guys, and I'm really
gonna get a quarter of a bag.
Was y'all getting 3 pairs of socks or just one item? Because I don't even think the stimulus check could cover an item in Gucci.
They just want the paper bag. The $1,400 can only get you the paper bag that say Gucci.
I mean, maybe you can get about
bag.
one item out of Gucci. Right?
Probably get a shirt or two.
It was
a two? No, we're talking about.
It was
one shirt.
You can get something $600 out of Gucci.
Yeah,
the best thing I saw on Instagram.
I'm just saying, they can't get like
this dude goddamn hot
like a big bag. You know what I mean? You can't get any luggage. You know what I mean?
That was canceled for a week.
I remember that.
Everybody
it came up on my timeline the other day. Gucci is canceled. Remember
they was canceled for all of 1 week, and then it was back on the grid.
Right.
Like just that bad.
I missed
2 years ago, before the pandemic.
Oh, but have you?
Remember the
Gucci?
It was the
painted face,
the ski
black
mask
monkey.
shit, the black face shit.
Like, oh, okay.
The black monkey was.
Louis Vuitton was supposed to be canceled like a month ago too.
Who?
Louis? I didn't know that.
I saw a family post on their Instagram how the mother went out and spent her stimmy on groceries. And she did like a whole inventory of like cabinet stock for the refrigerator, for the freezer. I think that was intelligent.
Yeah, that's smart.
That was intelligent because I did see one situation where a gentleman hurt himself, his daughter, his kid's mother, and his kid's mother's mother for one check. I heard about this for one check.
Crazy.
So what did he didn't kill him, no?
Yeah,
he killed
everybody.
He killed 4 people.
Yeah.
You're talking about my man in Indianapolis, right?
Yeah.
He wilded out.
So he killed a group of people over what,
His family
killed his family.
$5,400.
You're supposed to split one check.
If they had a kid, maybe
$1,400.
Yeah, it's over. So this just sounds ridiculous.
You could hustle that up in 3-4 days if you try hard enough.
We're talking about people that want to sit under the bed and pray, connect to other people's Wi-Fi, and not do anything.
No, I think he's sitting up under the bed counting roaches. This is something different. That nigga
He
weird.
counted his bullets.
You're right.
Money will make you
It's
do.
for mommy.
Money will make you.
Oh Jesus! It's not even funny. Lord, have mercy.
Crazy things. Crazy, strange things.
Well, so speaking about mental health, are you satisfied with where you are?
I'm working on mental health because I put a lot of pressure on myself.
So, in what ways is that good? In what ways is that bad?
It's bad because you should be happy of how much you achieve, and sometimes you're not. Like I be putting lots of pressure. Like this is not it. Personally, I want to do more things in life, and then when it comes to career-wise, you want to do more. So putting those together, sometimes your mind crash. Sometimes when you break, it's like, all right, put the phone down.
But do you know how much you give others relief from their mental health issues when they watch you?
Mm-hmm.
You
I
take
get-
people
I get
away
the
from
DMs,
their
DMs
issues.
as well.
Yeah.
Yeah, I get a lot of DMs like cancer.
Yeah, exactly. It's a healing
Death, people
form.
losing their
laughter.
mothers, all that. Yeah. Like,
Yeah. So you are already home.
Mhm.
Shout out to you.
Yeah, I need that to be said because when I'm alone, I got a lot of thinking. Like, so when
This
you're
is a
alone,
personal
you think.
pressure. I understand
Yeah,
what you mean.
everybody has it. When they,
But I don't
they
think
talk to
pressure
themselves
is
as
bad.
much, like,
I don't think pressure is bad. I think it's just bad when you don't really see how much of an impact, you know, how big of a star you really are, you know, how much you illuminate the world already. So shout out to you. But I think, you know, Whitney and I were really excited to have you on the show primarily because comedy is one of our common denominators. She's actually really funny. I don't think anybody knows how funny. You gotta know how funny she is. Like, she's
I
funny.
be waiting, like, wait, what's up? I've been
Whitney-
around Whitney a couple of times, but we haven't really, like, you know what I'm saying? Like,
So,
she don't bring it out. Like, where's it at? Like, I be waiting, like,
I have dry sarcasm. I'm more like a Seinfeld, like a missing Seinfeld character.
Yeah.
Like that.
Yeah. I mean, I think she says things that are just like bombs, and I'd be like, "Whoa, you just said that? Like that's how you
That's
feel?
too
Where,
funny.
where are we going with this?"
You know, one person actually that I wanted to be here today, but I like to give everybody an hour. I thought would be magic though if I had you and Webstar come sit down because I thought that was gonna be like
Magic.
comedy hour.
Where's he at?
He's mad that he's not here.
We miss you.
Shout out to
Sad
Web.
you're not
Me
here,
and him
Web.
together, forget about it. Like, he's a comedian. Like, Web is crazy.
No.
That's my bro right there. Like, I'm telling you, like,
So many funny times though, without even the intent of it being funny though.
Yeah.
That's the thing.
It's just vibes all day.
That's funny. But names, you were saying that on your way here, right? You took a shot. Why did
Yeah.
you take that shot?
Because I had to wake
Why did you
up.
take that shot, young
I
fella?
was smit at last night.
So anybody ever look?
You know what I mean? That's the same
Anybody
thing
ever take a shot with a shot?
My body was hurt. I got out the car. I didn't know how to put the key in the door. Pass it on. I was smacked.
You know hookah.
I just woke up. I was in the Bronx and said, "What the? Whoa! How I get out here? I totally forgot I was even in the car and everything.
You forgot you were in a car.
I forgot.
Shout out to the Bronx. No.
Shout out to the Bronx. I had some good times out there. A lot of bad times too, but a lot of good
Where I'm
times.
from, they say wipe your feet when you step in my house. So
Yeah.
shout out legendary
You
park.
gotta wipe
Y'all
your
better
feet
know
when
who
you
said
stepping
that.
out of the Bronx too.
Don't do us like that.
Damn.
Don't do us like that. Where's
I love
your
y'all.
home?
That
Where's
was
your
right.
hometown?
Oh,
Don't do us
shit.
like that.
164th Jerome. I love y'all niggas over there,
Oh,
man. I
wow.
see y'all.
Random, right?
I see y'all
Jerome.
niggas over there.
Jerome.
Yeah, I see y'all niggas over there. My bridge homies. I see y'all. I know what time it is.
Jerome,
Got a lot of bud over there too.
Mm-mm.
I remember one time I got two downs. They said you get the third one for free. I said I'll be right back. I turned around, came back, them niggas was gone. I said I guess they thought I was the police. This nigga from Jersey, he ain't from out
They
here.
about to
That's
spin
not
back.
like-
boom, boom, boom.
That's
Right,
sounds
that's-
like the Heights. Back, the Heights used to have like amazing flowers. And then I don't know what happened. They started stealing from themselves. You go up there now, it's like.
Oh, yeah.
It's like not worth it. You
Yeah,
know
it's
what I
like
mean?
they
It's not
just
worth
giving it away.
to go stand in 2020 on a line up for for some shit that you know you're not supposed to be standing on a line for anyway. It's just
Right.
not worth it no more.
Right.
It's not worth it no
People
more.
still on lines for sneakers or what? They still on lines?
Sneakers. I mean, I guess they stand on line for sneakers. I
They
was
still
at the
do
mall
that.
yesterday.
They still, right?
They do that out here. I know that.
Yeah,
they do
there
that
was, it
crazy.
was released yesterday. I saw some people out there.
They be out there 4 in the morning with their girls.
That
Yeah,
sounds
no.
ridiculous.
I'm about to look it
Well,
up.
it was a line in front of every sneaker store, but the biggest, and I went to Garden State Plaza, so we all familiar with Garden State. Do you know what store had the longest line? Please, I need everybody to take an educated guess right now. You get one? You only get one.
Chuck Taylor.
Hell, word, I'm not educated at all.
Oh, sir!
You get an educated guess too. You know Garden State got a whole bunch of stores. I'm talking about high-end, low-end, Salvatore,
So is it high end or low
Burberry.
end?
I can't tell y'all.
You can't give us a little hint. Okay.
Right, that was a good question. Look
Yeah,
at
right.
you.
Hey, no hint.
The
Look at
line
you.
with Victoria's Secret?
That was really close,
Yeah.
but it wasn't.
Go.
Go ahead. What's your guess?
I'm gonna pass.
No, you don't pass.
can't
Or you take a
pass.
shot if you want to pass.
Yeah, you gotta take a shot.
She wanted it.
Not my boy.
Yeah, you take a shot if you want to
This is
pass.
gonna sound silly, but I'm gonna just go with Aldo.
What? Take a shot.
Exactly.
Why don't you take that shot if you want? Because when I I've never seen a line in front of Aldo.
I hate Aldo, but I did get a nice pair of shoes out there one time.
But you never had to stand in line for nothing. Maybe on the register line, but not outside the store.
Stand on no Aldo.
Need them loafers.
Guys, it was Zara.
Zara.
All of you could have gotten that.
That's what this is.
All of you could have gotten
Eh.
that. But Zara had
like
the
It's a good choice.
longest line.
Zara's
I'm
a good
talking
choice.
like, you know how big the mall is. I'm talking at least 5 stores past Zara of the line.
I'm trying to get them leathers. I like Zara. They be having them leathers. Niggas be wanting them leathers, boy.
No, it's not that much muted colors in the world. It's not that much muted colors in the world. I don't like to stand on line.
They really don't. They're not.
That bothers me. That's why when you said Victoria's Secret, they lose a lot of my business because anytime I go in there, and anybody that knows me knows this, I will go pick up everything. As soon as I get to the line, I forget it.
Listen,
I
y'all.
can't
Whitney
do
is the VP. She's the creative director of Fashion Corporate. If y'all want to know where it's at, tune in
The
to
last
Wit
time I stood on the line
Flavors.
for something was on 56th Street at the Apple store for a release that was probably like the iPhone 3G.
Bye.
Like that's the last time I stood on a line
You was
for
a youngin'.
what? I don't have the patience for
That's
that.
why I don't do roller coasters and shit.
Oh, I'm lying. Then I did stand on the line for that. But you know what sucks? In Six Flags, you know, they have the pass, right? So I paid like $320 for a pass that I still had to stand on the line for.
Yeah.
Now, the line is not that long. It's probably like, you know, a little 5-minute line, but it's not what you think. Because you know me,
What they call it?
You
The
know
flash or something like that?
yeah,
She
it's the
said,
flash
you know what,
pass.
look at you.
I grew up in the world of instant gratification.
Yeah.
That's what it is.
Right.
And I think that's my biggest problem. You know what I mean? I'm used to being like this.
Are we all?
And I'm a woman.
Aren't we all?
Right.
Aren't we all?
Yeah, I am spoiled.
Spoiled.
Uber, you know
I
what I
am
mean?
too.
Flash pass. That means, hey, I'm here.
Right.
Like, put
Like,
me.
hello.
I'm ready to get on.
Whitney,
Same.
bitch.
Hello,
Whitney,
they,
bitch.
they don't feel me. They don't feel me like that. I don't know what I gotta do. I gotta shave my head or something. They don't feel me. I hate standing on lines, and I know y'all know. You like waiting on lines?
I don't like waiting for nothing. I like oodles and noodles. That's why I like oodles and noodles so much. I don't want time to be cooking. I'm gonna go ahead and throw that microwave. I'm
So,
lit.
when's the last time you actually had patience for something?
Oh, that's a good question.
My ex. I've been free for a year.
I'm sorry I have to do this to you though, but I need to know. I'm like Miss Cleo. I need to know what was her sign, please. Name.
She was an Aries.
And what is
Oh,
your
it's
sign?
Aries season. Shout out to the Aries.
Aquarius.
Shout out to my buddy over
Yeah,
here.
that's why
You
we
know,
get it.
What's your sign?
gay.
Sagittarius.
That's a good sign.
Okay.
Yeah,
All right.
what is your sign?
I'm a Virgo.
Big country.
Big country. Yeah, no, and Whitney.
Not my boy.
And so. Big Virgo energy in the building.
You know that Virgo energy different.
Chill.
Quarantine.
That Virgo energy
Don't
different.
listen. Don't start. That won't be none.
Gotta be
That's
like,
how the
what is
Virgo
going
energy
on?
go.
Yeah.
I'm over here pleasant and happy. You want to go there?
No,
Like,
you always happy. That's why I like you. You always got a positive energy about you.
no, and
Shout out
and
to
I,
you.
yeah, no, seriously, you make it so pleasant. I did want to throw one last talent question for anybody that wants. That's an aspiring talent. Do you look at your life in terms of like trajectory of okay, this is where I need to be in a year? For example, it's 2021. You survived. All of us survived a pandemic.
Surely did.
So we don't even have to ask what you did to survive it. We're here now, right? So in terms of 5 years from now, what do you see for yourself? How do you look at yourself? How do you see yourself in 5 years?
Just progressing still. I don't look at 5 years from now. Me, it's like, what's so next week, tomorrow, hold it.
Amen. I'll go with that.
So it's like getting it done.
Yeah.
5
Yeah,
years from now,
yeah.
you want to be able to sit back. It's never work don't stop because what I'm doing. It's like,
Yeah.
I want to just be working. I'm pretty
Yeah.
sure I want to be all over the big screen for sure, which I would be because it's gonna happen.
No, it has to. I look at people who inspire me, you know, like some of the quotes from Warren Buffett say, you know, show me who your friends are, I'll show you who you are, or I'll show you who you will be. So being able to sit down with you where you went from 15 viewers to where you are now, and for you to say, no, I'm not worried about 5 years, I'm really concentrated on what I'm doing now, is big for me because I'm getting a chance to sit down with someone who has been producing. You've been producing content, you know, consistently. I think that's the goal, right? Just remaining consistent.
I have a question for you, Ty. What's most important? If you felt like, you know, I experienced life, and I had to choose on something. Is it the money? Is it the creative, like really getting your actual idea, your personal idea out there, or is it the actual experience?
I want to say being remembered. I really want to be remembered. Like, I don't want to be doing this for nothing. I don't want to be that person. It was just a flash. Like, oh, remember him? It's
Legacy.
like, I want to be able to put out work. And it's like, damn, like, longevity, like, damn.
Like how you like bringing it back to Martin, bringing it back to Eddie and Robin
keep
Williams.
Keep it spinning, keep it going. Like, I'm never gonna forget what I've done for the culture. So that's my purpose.
And so I guess what I always wanted to know is comedy your only angle? You feel like
You're an actor.
That's why I tried not to like label myself.
Comedian.
Because I'm excited to see you in something besides comedy. I feel like I've seen you in so much comedy, even when, we used to come with Six and I'd be behind the scenes with you. So I've seen it in every aspect. But I definitely would love to see you in something that's, a little bit more serious.
I wanna show that. Did you watch 124?
I never saw 124, but I know about the web series.
Yeah, that's a serious role.
Really?
Yeah.
So I'm going to tap into that
at
then.
all. It's the character
I'm going to tap into that, sorry.
Yeah, I am too.
Become a whole murderer, and then it's like,
really?
It's basically
it's
basically a young man that my role is a young man that basically missing his father, got his mother, and he don't need for nothing. You know what I'm saying? Living good in Harlem, and he just decides he wants to test the streets. There's a lot of people that do that. I've done it myself. I thought I was playing myself almost as I was young because I didn't need for that. My mom's had me; she was holding me down, and my pops wasn't around. Know what I'm saying? But I didn't need nothing. I didn't have to go out
pause.
there.
Let's take a
shout out to the good moms.
Exactly. I want to say pause right there because mothers doing their job. Let's not take that for granted.
And let's just shout out any parent that take because
No,
fathers
absolutely.
do that
Mothers
role
and
too.
fathers.
It might not be
grandmothers,
both.
uncles,
Absolutely.
aunts,
But
whoever's taking.
whoever takes that brunt of the responsibility. Shout out to them.
Yes.
Yeah, so the character just went down a whole wrong road. He didn't need to. He just was testing the waters and following the crowd, and it gets him in a lot of situations, real situations like everybody can relate to. That's why everybody loved the show because he was like going borough to borough, Brooklyn, getting pussy in Brooklyn, and getting chased out of Brooklyn from beef that he had with niggas from Harlem. It was like shit just bouncing around.
A regular nigga that we know.
And he's getting
in the
touched.
street.
He's getting jumped. So you like, oh, this really happened. So it's not no shit where it's like, why, every let's say web series or movie start where the motherfucker's already made. He's getting it.
That's
No,
a fact,
you should seeing hand in hand, slow today,
Yeah.
tired as shit. Like you see the whole struggle, and he don't stop struggling. It just stopped on season 2. It's just a good story to watch.
I'm gonna check that out. Can you just tell it one more
124.
time?
It's called 124.
124.
That's on YouTube.
YouTube, yeah.
I'm
So
gonna
all
tap into
they
that.
have to do is search 124.
Yeah, come up 2 seasons.
You were in the because it's the main character is you.
Yeah, I co-write
check
a lot
that
of
out.
scenes, a lot of scenes that wrote a lot.
What do you think is harder, being a writer or an actor?
I love writing, and I love acting. So I don't think none is hard if you love it. It's a passion for it.
Yeah. So in terms of
You gotta love something. Like if you're a porn star, you love fucking. It's nothing. It's nothing hard about it.
how did we get here?
Just
This
have
is
a
not
hard
what-
on. I don't know how we got there. I'm sorry, but
I mean, it was a really good analogy.
Not my boy.
Because I understood.
Okay, so I guess where I'm trying to understand in terms of your talent level is you're producing a lot of content. Every week we can go on, drop your Instagram,
Mr. Commodore.
Mr. Commodore. So if I tap into you once a week, that's all you. You've written, produced all of your sketches.
Shot it, edited, everything.
So for someone, and I do this because I really want to make it as clear as possible for anyone that wants to monetize and be an entrepreneur.
Yeah.
If you're starting from I hate to say from the bottom, but you have a startup company and you're looking to grow viewership and you're looking to grow your audience, you just have to be consistent. That's it.
Funny. If they're trying to be comedians, I don't know. because people put out content that's not funny. It's like people that like to cook, they like to do a whole bunch of things on their social media. Rappers, I would tell artists, I would tell artists, and I'm saying like, show something besides music, because everybody on their page is putting up their music. So it's like, show your personal life or show a side of yourself that people don't know about.
Good.
Because everybody's doing the same thing.
That's good.
And then he's like, they come to me and be like, yo, we need to promo my song. And I'd be like, oh. It's
so,
like.
So what was it like when you were doing the acting skit for The Diplomats? When you were an actor for.
Jerry.
Yeah.
It was fun.
That was
one of my
like
favorite scenes.
Yeah,
like,
it was dope. It was the
Dame Dash.
It was like a bank robber, and you were.
Oh, you talk about with Vado?
Yeah, excuse me, yeah, Vado and.
Yeah, that was fun. Cause music was one of my first passions. Nobody knows like I can really write like R&B. I can write real music. I can write rap. Like I love music. That's why I'm like labeling myself, because I thought about, you know what I'm saying, like even going before like a bucket list. Like I gotta make an album. I was like, I gotta make an album.
So, are you gonna make the album, or Fresh Out is gonna make the album?
Fresh Out about the rappers, so it's gonna be probably me, but I'll probably have.
Because I feel like
name.
Fresh Out was.
Fresh Out be the road manager.
Fresh Out was in the future, but could you not see Fresh Out jumping out of the helicopter with Bobby? And I know you get. Fresh Out could have jumped out of that. Fresh Out could have jumped out of that helicopter. True or false? Come on, I could have
Fresh Out
seen
gives
that.
you Bobby Brown vibes.
He gives me Bobby vibes. Yeah.
Dancing with Senior. Bobby and Fresh Out do have some relations.
Yeah, I think I would want to hear a Mr. Commodore album featuring Fresh Out.
Yeah,
Definitely
got to have him on the
Fresh
album.
Out has
Intro,
Fresh Out
skit,
gets it. I was
something.
gonna
He gotta
say
have
he should
something
just
on there.
Intro
Talking
you
crazy.
into the
Yeah,
next.
yeah.
That was
definitely.
like the life, right?
Yeah, the new mad rapper. Yeah.
Yeah, because I'm glad that you actually transitioned into music, because that's what our show is fully about anyway.
Right.
But do you remember back in like the 80s? Forget the 80s, I'm not even that old.
Okay.
In the 90s. Forget the 80s. When they would do
That's Cat.
when they would do those dope skits. Like Jay-Z was known for, come on, I'm connected. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Even Ja, when Ja had his like first two albums, he had I Fuck You Girl. You remember that?
Yeah.
What you would call a Wu-Tang man? Method Man, feeding you and feeding you.
Yeah,
and
yeah.
Method Man,
You
Red
remember
Man.
Drag On used to have some funny ass.
Hey Yo Kiki. You
Lots.
remember that? That was Drag On's album. Hey Kiki,
Hey,
that was
Kiki,
hilarious.
Yeah. I forgot about that.
DMX, yeah, he definitely.
So going back to manifestation, if there was one person, like you told me you work with 50, which during the pandemic last year, I was back in Ohio where I'm from, and I spent 5 months in my mom's crib. During the pandemic, 5 months.
You ain't go outside, go nowhere?
I mean, I walked up and down her block with my dog, but we watched 5 channels. She didn't have cable. She doesn't Wi-Fi. I mean, it's
That's big country right there.
it's
Shout out to
big
big country. She has a little miniature poodle that she takes everywhere with her.
Yeah.
He's not here today because
He's
I don't
coming.
think that he can be quiet. But I did invite him to the set. But I mean,
we watched For Life. That was our thing. We watched every Tuesday. And
shout out to Giuseppe.
So, for example, if I'm, watching NBC, ABC, of course I want to see you. What would be your next stab at what you want to do? Like, where do you see yourself?
I had this question. I don't know where I see myself, like on TV wise, or
Yeah.
I would say, I don't know what network I would say, but I definitely would say it in a family like comedy, like a
You
family
do?
comedy.
Yeah.
Like a Meet the Browns.
Have you ever
Something
dealt with working in a team situation? You had to deal with talent that were unmanageable.
Meaning I was running the team, or
Just people.
I was
like,
when
it
I
was
well,
hard to deal with.
on my come up, I was under Team Capone.
Okay.
That's comedian Capone, gangster
Okay.
comedy. He had
Okay.
Team Capone going,
Yeah.
and he taught basically not how to be funny, he just taught the business, and it was a class of a lot of us, at least a class of 20.
Oh,
that
yeah?
then fell down to like six of us, and he basically just taught me the business. He taught me how to move in the game, like how to handle my own contracts, how to handle business, and not be a $50 comedian.
I feel
That was
like
very important.
Met Capone before. He a cool dude.
I remember you
What?
used to do shows at BBQs, right? Like in the
Omar was doing it, and I used to perform. But I started my own room in Spanish Harlem. I was doing it at Sapitos.
Sapitos.
I was doing it was called Ruby's at the time. Before they changed the name, I was doing it every week. I was doing my own Tuesday, Laugh Out Loud Tuesdays, and it was a success. Like, it was selling out, wall to wall. Like, it could fit 150 people. We have people from front to the back, and that was one of my. And at that time, I only had 5,000 followers. So, you know what I'm saying? It was comedy came back to
But
life.
I mean, you're
So
funny.
it was crazy.
You know, but
Yeah.
I think
solid 5,000.
Yeah, you're
no, but
funny.
I think I need to better tap in to what propelled you. What was your fuel? What was your motivation? Like, for example, with what Whitney and I are accomplishing in our podcast, the Curators Club. Shout out to Curators Club NYC. We are elated to sit down with talent. We love working with names. We love working with Rico. It's what we do. It's what we are passionate about. So if you're passionate from the beginning to the middle to the sort of middle to where you are now, what was keeping you going? Was it couldn't have been the popularity. It couldn't have been the numbers.
No.
It had to be what you do that kept you.
I didn't stop.
Nothing
No, 'cause
satisfies you.
No, I'm saying I didn't stop meaning because the way you're talking is like I retired.
No.
I'm just letting you know, like, I didn't stop. But what basically
Where
what it
you are
was
now.
is that how it started was fear. I had a problem with fear. I was scared of
Let's
snakes,
tap
and I
in.
went and got one.
What? Wait, hold on. Wait,
Let's
hold
tap
on.
in.
Wait,
to
stop.
that.
Fear
Wait,
Fear.
would
no,
make
no,
you
no.
face it.
Fear.
Hold on.
I
Fear
love
will
it.
make
Let's
you-
go. I love this. Let's
Wait,
go.
we
Let's
gotta
talk
pause
about
Sometimes you
it.
gotta
Right
face your
now.
fears. You gotta face your fears.
We gotta pause this right now.
I'm sorry.
Why are you afraid of snakes?
I didn't.
You just always were afraid of snakes from a child.
I just was
And so
afraid.
when did you purchase a snake?
I found one.
I found a
When I was
snake.
at-
What
when
the
I was at work, I
hell?
found one.
Where did you
I
work?
tried to keep it. Franklin Plaza. I was a security man for like 14 years. I was always in the fucking uniform, top
And
flight.
you found a snake.
Found this. I was on the duty. I found a snake in the grass. Somebody must have
Stop.
let their garden
Kept it?
snake go. I took it and I was like playing with it with a stick, like scared of it. Then I finally got it and I captured it and I took it home from work.
Is the snake still alive?
I took it to the pet shop. That was like, that snake is not gonna last long.
Why?
So they was telling me something was wrong. I don't know what they was trying to explain, but they was like, that's not a good snake. But while you here, get one. I got a Cali King Cobra.
Do you
So I
still have
walked
the
out.
snake?
No, my ex killed it. Oh. When we broke up, I moved out and I was packing
How do
my
you kill a
stuff.
snake?
She left the balcony door open with the tank. The tank was by the balcony
she did it
door.
on purpose.
And yeah, she
It
left
froze?
the window open. It was winter time.
Yeah,
She
yeah.
froze my snake, man.
What? Let me see.
All right, so, wait. So,
Remember my mama bird? That nigga's laughing. He did my mama bird to the snake.
wait, so this is a true story. I literally dated somebody that had a snake. That is crazy. I don't know how y'all could do that. That's not something like my fear of. Let's see. I'm afraid of fire, so like I'll light a lighter every once in a while. You know.
You're afraid
But
of fire?
I'm petrified of fire.
This nigga.
Not my boy.
Right. So
Like this for me?
I'm,
Pass it to me. Light it and pass it. Light this and pass it to me. Light this.
I don't like matches. I don't like matches. Anybody
I
that
know
knows
matches.
me knows I used to start with those, you know, the long wick lighters. That's the one I used to use. I bring myself to say I'm not. I'm afraid of snakes. Like literally,
So
Crazy.
we should go pet some snakes. Let's go.
Yeah.
Let's start
Let's
with the
go.
ones that don't have the poisons that can't kill you. Let's start with the ones that's cute.
Yeah.
I dated somebody
That sounds
with a
like a
snake
good
that
idea.
did not last more than 5 months because I used to wake up in the middle of the night sweating, making sure the snake was in his cage. And really, he had a snake and a tarantula. So it was dangerous, creepy and crawler. I used to be like, I gotta go home. I gotta go home. I gotta go home. I can't trust
hang
this.
out with him.
Then one day I came in the house and I thought it was 2 tarantulas. Did you know that they come out of their?
Yeah.
But it looks like a real hole. No shed. It looks, yeah, like you know how something. No, it's not shedding.
It should
It
come out of
come
his
off
own
their
body. It come
Yes,
out of his
like,
own
so
body
it
and
look-
leave it
no,
there
no,
and create
Yes,
more.
so it looks like a duplicate. Like it looks like a real full blown spider.
Wow.
Ugh.
So I thought it was 2.
I'm scared of rats.
I mean, who's not afraid of
Yeah,
rats?
New York City rats. We all scared.
I'm scared of the rapture.
I like running
They
over.
talking
I'm
about the
like,
Bible,
I'm
that
so
Jesus
goddamn
coming
scared.
back.
You know, I don't think that.
I'm scared of the rapture. I'm
I
like,
don't think that
Lord,
anybody.
don't leave me behind, Jesus.
Nah,
Take
I don't
me.
think anybody is scared of rats because New York City dining is open fully, and y'all see all y'all eating it.
I don't care about them rats.
I don't
Hey,
eat
them
outside.
rats, they
If I
not, they
see you
scared of
eating
me.
outside, names, I'm blasting you. You eat outside?
Eat outside what?
Like under the scaffold because they not letting only 25% of the people was inside. Do you eat outside?
Oh yeah, I ain't gonna lie.
Because if you eat outside,
Outside
you not,
dining?
Yeah,
Outside dining?
Yeah, but it's
If you
outside,
sit at
outside
Ricardo's
though.
outside, you're
No.
not afraid of the rats.
No. I'm scared of rats.
No.
So you're saying inside or outside?
I'm outside, but once a rat pull up, they can have it.
What's that Chinese place downtown?
You can have it
I went
all.
there recently outside.
You can have
Too
it.
long. I
Yeah, I was
sit
out there not
outside.
too long
If
ago.
they run up,
So yeah, I was capping. I was pod
out.
capping.
Now it's
So wait,
pod
you see the
cabin.
rat?
No, I ain't seen no rat. No, I'm just
Oh.
saying. You said if I eat outside, and I said nah, but I was capping,
Oh,
so I had to
okay.
go.
I'm gonna tell you everybody's fear. Yeah,
What's that?
everybody's fear. I'm gonna tell you your fear right now.
I'm ready.
What's my fear?
What's
Your
my fear?
is talking in front of thousands of people
Why?
because
Because we're in a controlled environment. Are you trying to psychoanalyze?
Wait.
I'm telling you, your fear. Everybody doesn't know it. That was my fear. Doing stand up, going in front of a crowd
Okay.
and making them laugh in less than 30 seconds. That's a fear.
Okay, so then how did
That's
you
a
overcome
fear.
it?
I did it.
And how did
wasn't
it feel
easy.
when
was
you walked
horrible.
away, though?
It was Tuesday night. Omar was holding. He had Sofa Lounge,
Uh-huh.
which is now known as Salsa
Salsa
con
con
Fuego.
fuego.
So he
Shout
was
out to the
holding it
ex
there.
again.
Yeah. Huh?
So it's like out that shit. Eh?
Okay, cool.
No. Salsa con fuego.
Oh, okay. So boom. Okay, she just fucked me up right now. My mind guessed the who?
30 seconds.
Oh, so yeah. You get 5 minutes, and Omar's like, "Yo, I'm open up for Donna and Rollins." Omar's hosting. He's like, "Yeah, try comedy." He been trying me for months. I'm like, "I'm ready tonight," and I fucking go in there and I did bad.
You're bad.
Yeah, the mic was the cord. It wrapped around me. I recorded it. I killed a little bit. It was 5 minutes. Out of the 5 minutes, I did good for 2.
Okay, that's 2 out of 5.
Yeah. So
What
and it was only like 100 people in the crowd. So it worked out. After that, I watched that, and after that, I was great.
Yeah.
Stand up became.
So I'm an actor, and I'm reading this book, and it's talking about concentration of attention. So did you put your attention towards something outside of the audience that helped you to like stay on focus?
What you don't.
What
wanna
helped
do-
you?
What you don't ever want to do is not concentrate on the audience. That's what will kill your whole set. You want to focus on the people, give eye contact, and act like you're having a conversation with them. That's
So
what
that would
it's
be your
about.
focus.
That's your focus.
people.
I act like I didn't see them, and I didn't see them. They can feel you when you don't see them.
Oh, wow.
You're talking to walls. You're
But
walking
that's like
around
the
talking.
first-
It's like what the fuck is going on? They can
In the
feel
first
it.
acting
Okay.
class I ever took,
Okay.
that's
Alright.
what they tell you. Focus on something.
Yeah.
Anything
Yeah.
in the
Exactly.
corner, in the
Exactly.
dark, in the
Exactly.
light, and block out
Exactly.
the audience.
Exactly.
Yeah, that's acting. Stand
Oh,
up is not
but
stand
But
up.
the audience,
It's
but
people.
yeah,
It's
but-
real people in front of you. Like,
Yeah.
make me laugh, nigga. What's up?
I think Yo Hughley was great at it because he used to actually crack on people in the crowd. Remember, he's like, "Oh, look at this motherfucker coming down here with the Inspector Gadget coat, Inspector Gadget." But he was really good at like picking people out the crowd and cracking on them. I think that's what made him great.
And that's why everybody has an opinion.
Yeah, but
if you-
that's
but
not
if
that's
you-
not really like.
But if you're
Big
prepared,
comedy.
but if you're prepared with your content, that helps, no?
Oh,
If you know, like, I want to talk about
94.
X, Y, and Z, and I stay on point, in terms of bullet points of my.
It don't help when you're new and you scared as shit to go out there. You could write a whole set, but how you gonna deliver it?
So
if
then
you're
what
scared,
helps
you're
you?
scared.
So what helped you?
No, what helped me was I had to continuously do it and believe in
Practice.
myself. Practice. Yeah, I had to do that because now you're in front of 3,000.
You know why I like you? I like Mr. Commodore because you're not pretentious. You're not walking in here like Drake, Kanye. Like I'm
Soulja
Mr.
Boy.
Commodore. Like but exactly bar for bar. Like you really have a human level, but you know who you are, and I think that's also an accomplishment because you obviously have done your numbers. So the proof is in the pudding, right?
Yeah, I just come from humbleness, like just very humble. A lot of people always tell me, like, well, you don't got no big dick energy. I'm like, what is that? It's not in
That's
me,
that
so-
look at. They probably want you to have the Harlem energy.
Yeah, it's like,
Yeah,
you should,
yeah,
you
yeah,
should. I'm like,
yeah.
I should just be myself.
Yeah, you should
All-
just
all
be
time.
myself.
That's-
Word.
let me
You're
just-
like,
I'm gonna take that. I'm gonna go with that. Yeah.
That's funny. Okay, well, guys, I think that we came to an end.
That's it.
I mean,
It's over.
I don't think it's quite over. I think Whitney didn't. I think Whitney didn't ask the complicated questions. Like, what's the hardest part about working with your girlfriend?
We didn't get there.
I think that we got there. I think that Kenya might be drunk.
No, I'm just curious. No,
I think
No shot o'clock for you.
No,
stop.
I'm serious. So
Maybe
the hardest part about you told me you support her.
Yeah.
You want her to win. You said you met her based on the fact that she was, deers in the headlights. She was like ready to work. This is her career. But what's hard about, for example, some people might not have the same success working with their significant other. What has been a success for you all? Because I've been watching y'all. You've been working with your wife or your woman for years. What keeps that momentum as we sign out?
Me pushing her. Me pushing her and let her know that,
Men, listen, he loves his woman.
This is for you. This is for you. Like, there's no going back to work. This is work. If you're gonna have a job, this is gonna be work.
It's not a hobby, it's your job.
This is it.
That's why we do that.
This is it.
Yeah, because I did last joint that came out. You was with another lady. I said, nah.
I didn't know her. I didn't know her.
But
right?
for years, I've worked with several females. So
Yeah.
when people see that, they be new fans. They like, oh, where's Miss Emmanuel? And I ignore those comments because before her, I worked with plenty of
always.
women. And that's what it is. I'm always gonna work with
I was a little scared.
Cayenne,
Yeah.
Layla,
We
Odom.
love-
I worked
all-
with
yeah.
lots of them. We have great chemistry, and that's it. So they can bring certain things that I need when I need to work with them. And in the future, you're gonna see me on a screen with other women.
Right.
You're gonna see me. So don't just look at Instagram. Look at
Yeah.
the whole big picture.
So drop
And you
for
see
the
Will Smith,
audience.
you see Kevin Hart in relationships
Yeah.
on shows and movies. That's the work.
That's the thing with the world that we live in today. Instagram is like the forefront of the reality, but it's really up to their perception. You know what I mean? Because it's not the reality. It's what I'm showing you what's going on at that particular moment. This could have been filmed 2 weeks ago, a month ago. You know what I mean? They don't know that. But they see it on their timeline and it says 21 hours ago. They think that it's live, really stamped.
Same.
Even if it is, so what?
Right?
Funny, laugh, enjoy, mind your business.
Hello.
Yeah, no, I think what's really dope is that you support her. That's my point. That getting back to that, no matter how difficult it is or how much you all have like a really great work relationship, you guys make it happen for one another. And I think that's we don't see that enough.
Yeah, man.
So shout out to you and her.
Do you want to tell the people anywhere to check you out at?
Yes.
Like in the
Yes.
next
Yes.
couple of months?
Just keep following me. If you're not following me, follow me on Instagram and keep tuning in because it's so much coming out and I don't have dates. And
Keep watching.
Just keep watching.
Don't sign out of
That's
your
why I say
Instagram.
follow. Mr. Commodore, MrCommodore.
I know you probably feel like everybody should know that already,
No, I
but
don't.
Affectionately known as Mr. Comadre.
Commodore. How Nori Cordy said, Mr. Commandatory. Mr. Commandatory.
But again, I am your host, The Whitney. I appreciate you guys for tuning in to another successful episode of the Curators Club New York City. You can find me on Instagram at The Whitney _ between every single letter because I'm that obnoxious.
and I'm Kenya Teray. You can find me at Miss Teray at Miss Teray _
You can find me at Mr. Durag and Mr.Durag _ That's because I'm always wearing the durag. We gone.
We out of here. Hey. Thank God.